we were told that that we were going to be crossing the Rhine River. The Moselle River was not much of a task, but then this was a lot bigger river. So I was in the first wave to leave the shore, and it was at nighttime, and it was supposed to have been a surprise attack. And the commander said that he didn't encounter any problems at all. So there were, I believe, 10 of us in each boat, and I was assistant bazookaman. That meant I took care of the shells, which were real heavy, for the bazooka, along with my rifle, the ammunition, K-rations, so that I have something to eat, because we didn't know when they would ever catch up with us, meaning that I'll back up. So then, of course, it was wintertime and it was cold. And as we pushed off from the shore, got pretty well into the river, the white flare went up on the German side. And then a few minutes later, a yellow flare came up, and then a red flare. And then all hell breaks loose. They were shooting all the boats and reeling them up, and some of the guys would hit boats, and you hear screaming and all. It was not a very pleasant situation at all, not knowing any minute that it could be you. And if our boat sank for some reason, I'd have gone straight to the bottom with all I had on me. But lucky there was a sergeant by the name of George Craig, and he was a great little guy, and he kept telling us to keep paddling, keep our head down, keep paddling. We're going to do it. In other words, giving us encouragement, enthusiasm. It made you go so much better. And quit looking out, just push and paddle your boat. So we did, and we made it on the other side. And when we got on the other side, I don't know how long I laid there, because it was pitch dark, and I thought any minute some Germans were coming down to attack us. So then, I'm Catholic, so being Catholic, I pulled out my rosary beads and started praying the rosary. And I laid there, and I don't know whether I said it all or not, but I asked the good Lord, if you get me out of this, Lord, I'll say the rosary every day. Well, I didn't follow up with that at that particular time in the years, but now, in the past many years now, I've been saying it every day, because that was a wonderful thing that the good Lord did to get me back safe. And then, as we finally was able to move up, so that we saw it was quiet, so we began to climb up this bank. And then there would be big old shell holes where they dropped some bombs. And here we'd walk in there, you didn't know whether it was one of your friends or it was a German that you were going to encounter. And that was really bad, because I'm sure that some of them got killed because somebody else shot them not knowing that they were not German. And we fought that all the way up until we got into the town that we were trying to get to. And then later on, the engineers put a barge across the river, and they were able to bring tanks in at that time. And by bringing the tanks in, that worked out.